Welcome to the Void, everybody. My name is Eliana, also known as the Transfiendling, and today we're going to get to the Barge House in Hellgate, London. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, we are going through the single-player questline, and because it is an MMO that was very much so intended to have most of its enjoyment come from the playing with others, there are lots of periods of me just going through killing lots of enemies. And as funny and wonderful as I am, I can only stretch out that sort of content so long. So I'm going through and I'm essentially getting to the entrance to the quest maps and then going there, letting you all see me fight my way through it to the quest objective, and calling it there and then wash, rinsing, and repeating. With there being some strange bits with certain quest objectives which are, for example, just people I need to talk to. Oh dear, this is very large. There are lots of people here to fight. You're trying to give me a preview of what it's going to be like whenever I'm famous and I have people just popping out of nowhere scrambling after me. I mean, it's not a bad problem to have too many people want your attention. At least not for me. Yes, yes, so many people have fans that will just crawl out of the walls, but you really know you succeeded when you have fans that will just teleport out of the fucking sky for your attention. I do hope all of you are doing well. I hope you're doing much better than this land, which is filled with just absolutely disgusting things. I would make the very obvious joke that it's looking like my face during high school, except for I've always had exceptionally phenomenal skin, so I've never really quite had a major acne problem. I mean, I still had some, but especially during, well, first puberty. But, nothing oh, you're a big fuck. I thought that was just, like, scaling. Oh god, oh, where? Ancient Ancestor. Hey, Wyvern's Rest Crafts, the Ancestor showed up. I found a skeleton. Yes, Lily, because making jokes to your D&D campaign that you're in is totally something that other people are going to find entertaining. I should really check with that friend and see if it's okay if I just say their names so I don't have to say their brand name so I'm not tripping over syllables mid crisis. Not crisis. As I said in the last episode, I do fidget with this game in hell mode, and I don't feel like, well, okay, it's not that I don't feel like having multiple save files. I mean, it's partially that, but also like this game is a pain, and you can't, like, I couldn't just, what is going on here? And I couldn't even if I wanted to, the game wouldn't allow me just like copy my save files. I mean, I guess I could like copy the save file, make like an actual like full-on backup, and then like swap them out every single time. But no, it's so much hassle. ADHD brain, not a pain. And is that just like a special kind of those pustules? I don't understand. Oh. I don't know if I ever saw you in my previous playthroughs. If I did, I have forgotten about you. Oh. Hello? What the void? Oh. Was this changed? Because I now understand a couple of things. But I don't recall that being that way previously. Go fuck yourself. There was literally a maggot bothering me. What was I even saying? Oh, yes, short version, unlike a lot of games in which, you know, I could simply go into the files and be like, oh, copy, paste, and then be like, oh, hey, I have 2 saves. And it doesn't work with this game. I have tried. So what I do to avoid, you know, accidentally advancing the story and such, is I just stick around in zones that we haven't gotten to or that we've already gone through storyline-wise. On Hell mode, so it's not incredibly boring. So I do end up having, you know, a lot more oranges than per normal. Fallen Felbor. Why is it the Fallen Devils are the ones with lightning powers? Who knows? Trees both long and short. I know, don't you get onto me.
Hi there.
I've already spoken with my cell. They confirmed that the creature evolved after you defeated it. I'm not surprised many around here have reported cases of the plague evolving in multiple hosts. Cersei's help was necessary, she was right. I didn't have the expertise in demonology to finish the tracker without her. I'm going to talk with the first seer. It's become obvious that none of us will survive this outbreak unless we cooperate.
Come back now, you hear?
Thank the void, you have finally gotten your head out of the cavern that you call your ass. I'm not a fan of him. Part of it that bugs me was the way that he opened with the whole like, I am not biased, I'm objective. Bitch, objectivity is such an illusion. I don't have time to break down the entire reason of why objectivity is an illusion. The basis is, okay, you have another quest objective. The basis is that no matter what you're doing, it's incredibly hard to actually get out all biases in any sort of observation or report due to human nature and how your background that you have going into something will color how you perceive things, even if you're trying to be objective.
How may I help you?
Don't get me wrong. Trying to be objective, absolutely admirable. People should do it, especially in science fields. But people who, like, claim that they are objective, like, that they just... like, people who just say they are because they want to be, they annoy me because they sound very unself-aware. I don't know what the right term is for that. Cool, and that worked out well. Convenient time for... Oh, so you do have maximum stacks. That's good to know.
Come back whenever you like.
Thank you, I will, darling. But yeah, it's a main problem in science, especially science where it's like psychology and stuff. It's a problem. Self-Farrell has united with the Cabalists to combat the threat posed by the plague. We've tracked the carrier to the Big Gun Down. Unfortunately, its evolution into something searing. Okay, so this is where like a localization problem happened. Unfortunately, it's evolved into something searing called an exospectre. It resulted in a thick carapace. No ordinary weapons have been able to penetrate it. False. Fortunately, its position looks to work in our favor. The Big Gun Down was so named because of a heavy battle that took place there 15 years ago. There are turrets mounted on buildings in the area that should still function. Travel to the Big Gun Down and use the turrets to shoot it out of the sky.
Hey, listen to me. Try not to be exploded, alright?
I will do my best. I'm so thankful for your concern. Barge house. I'm sure that thought Nicholson said Nickelodeon. Okay, so we're going through Blackfriar'S Road. Feels too soon to end the episode, so we'll keep on going, though I know we did complete the quest objective. So I think what we're going to do here is I'm going to get to the point where I've shot down the Exospectre, which is an interesting and entertaining experience, because it's not difficult. Asterisk. By which I mean, it's not difficult to shoot down the Exospectre if you are a marksman with a very high, with really powerful guns, or otherwise. something that can, you know, attack at incredibly long range. Because the main problem is that effectively, okay, mechanically, yes, I know that they just said, normal weapons don't pierce it. Not entirely true. Source, I have myself in previous playthroughs when I was using whenever I was playing a marksman. Okay, might have been marksman. It was either marksman, or it was whenever I was using the mod that lets any class use any weapon, because class-based restrictions on weaponry is dumb. I don't care what game it is, even if it's a game I love, it's dumb. Looking at you, Guild Wars 3. So they are admittedly better about it than a lot of things. But I forget if it was one of my playthroughs where I'd hacked things, or if it was just one where I'd over-leveled. I've done a number of both playthroughs, various times, because, again, I played through this game multiple times in my youth. It happens whenever you're poor and your computer can't run everything, nor can you afford to get everything, because you're in high school and you don't have a job. Yeah. Shut your mouth, messenger from hell. I'm just gonna run through to get the salvage and leave and get the rest. But, so I would, whenever I was, you know, doing that, I shot the Exospectre out of the sky just with my sniper rifle. Because of course if I'm playing a marksman, I'm playing a sniper rifle. Or I'm playing a sniper, because why would I want to play a, like, why wouldn't I play a long-range character? Y'all have seen my style here. I don't like melee combat. Wait, hold on. Is there a map I'm missing here? Oh, there is a map I'm missing here. Oh, fuck. I went through the wrong map. Well, spoiler alert. That's my apologies. That's my bad. So we need Southwark sewers. Oh, wonderful. Gotta go through the sewers again. Which are why I needed to find a fix to this glitch in the first place. I'm really excited for getting rid of all these frickin' like boils everywhere. They don't actually cause problems, they're just agitating. Let me just suck that soul right out of you. Really? I even have the mod activated and you're still doing this? Okay. I mean, thankfully it lasted much shorter. The sewers really just be garbage. I mean, obviously they're sewers, so, you know. Oh, hello, little thing. Apocalypse Walker. That is an incredibly metal band name. Apocalypse Walker and the Cabalists. That honestly sounds like music that I would attempt to get into because it sounds like the band name's really cool and I would like appreciate the band, but I wouldn't actually be able to like regularly vibe to it because I struggle to understand screamo music. Despite the, you know, stereotype that some people perpetuate, they like screamo and stuff is demonic and whatever. It's not quite my vibe. I also think those people are ridiculous, but you know, it is a trope that is out there. me. I really don't like melee combat, me. I am also so overpowered right now. I'm not really concerned about my own personal safety, and I'm just running through. Oh, okay, there's an epic. There's like 3 rares and an epic. I'll maybe pay a little attention. One thing I do think is interesting is I don't know if it's a glitch, or if it's just like an accident, or if it's actually a mechanical intent. But whenever I get overloaded, I can still use my lightning powers for some reason. Or at least sometimes I can. I don't know if it's maybe there's too much going on with the game so it can't keep track of everything I'm not supposed to be able to do, or what the case it may be. But it's definitely something I've noticed a couple of times, and I don't understand why entirely. God, the sewers really do suck. So for, again, anyone who's new, apologies, but there's an issue with the Steam version of this game, or so I am blaming it until I'm proven otherwise, because I never had this problem with the CD version. Which I don't remember how I actually had and kept on various games, since not even all my computers have had CD drives, but it's there on my hard drive, so... But, oh, never mind, that's why. Oh, something with the sewer levels really fucks with the game's ability to handle itself. To the point where, like, a lot of times in sewers, it will go to 1 frame per second. Which is known as, like, the 1 FPS glitch for this game, obviously. But there's a fix for it, because apparently the main culprit for this is something I don't understand. I think it has to do with light, which makes sense since I'm doing so many fucking effects. But it's ray tracing. And there's a mod that somebody made that lets you can toggle it on or on. That essentially it turns off the ray tracing, which also unfortunately means it turns off clipping, kind of. It's to do with like projectiles, but also light. I don't know. I really don't. Like, not part of the game dev process that I ended up learning about when I was in school for game dev. Because that wasn't all I was in school for. Well, I went to school for the story creation, like the story side of game dev. Which unfortunately, no, I can't be like, oh yes, hey, here's the school that has this. I mean, technically they do now. But it was a custom major I put together. A 3rd creative writing, a 3rd art and animation, because that's what video game like assets and stuff fell underneath in our school. And a 3rd psychology to assist the writing. Yes, essentially the ray tracing, it breaks things and makes it slow down, and it is a big problem in the sewers. My thought process is because of the various things that are all reflecting, since it's a very confined space. My cooling pad's not on. That's not a problem, but that's not on. I know I've been playing for over an hour. It's because I'm recording multiple episodes in a row. Bite me. It's also something that's, it's only been in, like, the Hellgate Tokyo and I guess subsequent versions of the game. Is it periodically, whenever you play for so long, it'll be like, you have been playing for so many hours. Excessive gameplay can cause, what is it? You've been playing for X amount of hours. Excessive gameplay may affect your lifestyle. I don't know what you're talking about. Gameplay might affect my lifestyle? What? Like, you know, I might want to do it as like my job because I'm a really big fan of games? I don't... What do you mean it might affect my lifestyle? What? Me being over the top and over dramatic and taking something further than it needs to be? Shocking. Also, hello, I think at least a couple of you are probably seeing this, found me through TikTok, so yes, I'm glad you found me. Those of you who watch this but don't know, I also have a TikTok account. It's not as active as my YouTube account because time in grad school, but I have been super active in the past little bit because I've been doing, well, I was doing, well, I guess also past what's recent? I'm needing to adjust. I'm not used to doing things asynchronously. So, recent from my perspective, a little bit less recent for you seeing this, because this will be coming out. So the 11th, right? Yeah, the 11th. So this will be coming out this episode will be coming out the 18th. But like all through October, I was doing a thing called Skiptober, where I was doing TikToks about different SCPs, which if you know what SCPs are, I've mentioned them before. Horror, creative writing, often horror things, not always. Very fun. Highly suggest you check it out. SCP Wiki, like Google SCP Wiki. That should get you in the right direction. Alright. Ah yes, clearly SCP-008 has broken out of containment. Yes, silly. Reference something that you just submitted, not everybody's going to know what it is. SCPs are a bunch of, kind of like vignettes almost, if you want to call them that. Database of like articles of like fictional anomalous items that this fictional organization is containing. And if I remember correctly, it's one of the early ones. I don't remember its specific number. I think it's 008. But they do have a, because of course, like this was started ages ago, and of course, you know, every horror franchise has to touch on this at some point. It is a, like, just a zombie virus. Very, very, I don't want to say basic, but like it's just very, it's on the tin. It's a virus, spreads via bites, turns you into a zombie. I gotta go over there, which means there's gonna be this weird U-turn. The one downside to the bit of the randomization bit is the fact that sometimes these maps do take longer than expected. This should still be under an hour, though. Yeah, we're not even in a half hour yet. We're not even at a half hour yet? Damn. I felt like I'd been taking forever. Or recording for forever, at least. But I do want to hold to my promise that I made to no one except for myself, because technically I could just re-record all of this. Well, no, I couldn't because I didn't back up the save files. But, technically I could have just, you know, not gone on until we get to destroying the Exospectre. So this should be fun. Essentially... Wait, I'm in the wrong building, motherfucker. I was like, I'm at the X. Effectively, I'm gonna have to use this thing to kill that thing. Because I don't have... Okay, I now have a thought. It's not gonna work, I don't think. It's probably not gonna work. I'm betting that it's not gonna work. Wait, are you? Oh, you all just, you fuck off. You're not in range, are you? You are! Oh! Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna go show you what you're supposed to do. Like what the game and like what the lore tells you to do. Oh, go fuck yourself, Soul Reaper. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't even remember any of their names from Bleach because I pay more attention to the interesting weapon and power designs than I do the actual characters. Like, I couldn't even tell you the actual protagonist's name right now. Never mind, I remembered it. But so, what it wants you to do is to operate this turret, which if you notice, the basic attack doesn't even reach it. And just, you know, use the rockets to slowly whittle away at the Exospectre's health. Which you can do. That's technically super fine. But also takes forever. So I'm going to not do that. And I'm going to sit up on this car. And just use my, normal abilities. Like, oh, this is amazing. Okay, I have to deal with you. Bile brain. Are you just? Are you pathed to where you have to go to the turret location? 'Cause that's hilarious. I'm also so pleased that it's in range for this. Oh, that saves me so much time too. Oh, oh, fuck me. Okay, maybe not fuck me. I'm now very curious what would have happened if I had let it hit me. I'm also curious if the things it sent over here are still alive. No, it looks like they died. That's fine. Oh, does it only vanish if you get too? It only vanishes if you get too close. Interesting. But yes, let's see. All right, we'll return to Rourke. Help him further pull his head out of his ass and realize that cabalists can be helpful, and then we'll call it good for this episode. Then I think I'm going to stop recording episodes for tonight because it's 6 a.m. and it's almost time for good mornings.
Hunting isn't about living, it's about making other things die. A lot.
Do you say living's not about living? Oh no, fighting's not about living. That makes more sense. Readings indicate that the infestation has ceased its rapid spread. Self-Faral and Ser Singh's cabalists should be able to fan out and exterminate the remaining aberrations. You were the catalyst for our union, Lily. When you gave me the plague sample to Ser Singh instead of bringing it back to me, I viewed you as a traitor. I was hasty. Please accept my apologies. Okay, here's my accepting of your apology.
So long.
Who do I talk to next? I'm gonna talk to you again. Don't.
Lady, if there's anything you need, I mean anything at all, just get the hell out of here.
Okay, that's fair. I'm a man of my word, Lily. With this plague dealt with, the sister becomes our top priority. Arfon contacted me with an update from Raymond. It seems the sister has been on the move, first Barge House and now Blackfriars Road. The Exospectre crash landed in Blackfriars Road after you shot it down. It can't be coincidence that the Virtue's artifact and Exospectre's movements mirror each other. Redemption believes that the demons have stolen the sister's artifact. Given the circumstances, it's likely that the artifact resides within the Exospectre. Enter the Exospectre and retrieve the sister's artifact. Cool.
Hey, listen to me. Try not to be exploded, alright?
Hey, listen to me. Go fuck yourself, alright? Alright. I'm sorry, I really don't like him. He opened very poorly with the things he said to me.
Approaching the Cabal's seer. Not many dare.
I mean... Do you believe in fate, Lily? Your arrival in SOUTHWARK Station precipitated a powerful alliance, though Rourke and I were never enemies. We certainly were no more than acquaintances before you approached. I don't know if I'd say that. Unanimity. I think unity. It's more. Anyway, is often born out of necessity. Unanimity, sorry, it was bugging me, is often born out of necessity, but would Rourke and I have set aside our differences to battle the plague if you had not come to us?
Do not fear what can be tamed.
I don't. First year of the Cabalists, Ser Singh has learned to control Hell's Well of Midnight.
Finished?
Finished? I like her. She gives me good vibes. Alright, so that's one of the more fun, interesting boss fights in my opinion. It's one of those things where, like, it's really cool seeing something massive crashing out of the sky due to your own actions. It's just the built-in manner in which they want you to do that is a bit of a snooze fest. So I'm glad that I realized that it was in range for me to just spectral lash it to death. That was satisfying. So, I hope all of you are having a wonderful time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. Don't forget to be kind to yourselves and one another. That's far more important. And for now, it's time for some very special things. A special thanks to Darius, the first of my horde of Abyssians over on Ko-fi. If you'd like to be on this roster, go over to my Ko-fi and check out the different offerings options. The benefits range from early releases, turning over your immortal soul, choosing characters for me to cosplay, personalized self-care messages, and much, much more. Each and every one of you are very important, and thank you so much for watching. And until next time, don't forget to hydrate, masticate, and medicate. And I will see you, darlings, in the next video.